Are you the type of person who tends to criticize themselves? Do you judge yourself nonstop and tell yourself that you should be better, or you didn't do this right, or why are you so stupid? Why couldn't you just have thought of that earlier? Well, chances are you're going to be pretty unhappy. And this type of behavior usually goes hand in hand with perfectionism, something I struggled a lot with in the past. Maybe you want to start a business, or maybe you want to become an actor or actress, or maybe you want to launch a line of shoes, or maybe you just really want to start learning a new sport or an instrument, and you just want to be more active in your community, or maybe you even want to be a professional athlete. Who knows? Whatever your dream is, and maybe drop it in the comments down below, it's going to be pretty hard to achieve if you're constantly knocking your own self-esteem. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't have high standards, because for me, if I didn't hold myself to a high standard, I definitely would not have achieved any of my goals, and I would have stayed stuck in my life. I would have remained right where I started. So lifting your standards is essential. But, and this is a very, very big asterisk here, a lot of people, they blur the line between having a really high standard and actually just knocking their self-esteem, pushing themselves down, making themselves feel guilty. You see, when you don't meet your own high standards, it's really important how you interpret that, what you tell yourself, your self-talk. It becomes crucial. For many, and for me in the past, I would start to tear myself down, right? Oh, you didn't do this. Oh, you should have done that. Why didn't you think of it? You're so stupid. And of course, usually there's not much progress because you feel defeated. You feel like you can't progress. You feel like you messed everything up, and you always mess everything up, right? That's just who you are now as a person. You start to buy into that identity. I really don't want that for you. And when I finally got out of it, I realized how big of a deal it really was to just destroy your own self-worth. It's not gonna help you. So do this instead. Try this instead, and you're gonna notice that the way you feel, well, it changes drastically and your results go up right with it. Try going, okay, there are some things that I could have done better. So acknowledge yourself first. Don't try to pretend like it's all good and just brush it under the rug, because obviously you've made a mistake, maybe you've done something wrong, no problem. Sure, we acknowledge it. And then, hey, it's okay. A little bit of affirmation, it's all right. I'm not a mistake, I just made a mistake. So many people in my life have benefited from that simple sentence, right? I'm not the mistake, I just made a mistake. Because you're not your actions. The compound of all your actions put together will create the type of life that you live. And that's great. But it doesn't determine your character, because you can change how you behave. Anybody can change their behavior. Tomorrow, you could show up with way more energy, you could compliment everyone around you, you could cheer everyone on, cheer yourself on, and just have the best day of your life. It's always right there, within reach. So don't buy into that this is who you are, that you're someone who makes mistakes, and don't criticize yourself like that, because it's not beneficial and it's not going to make anything better. Instead, really realize that, hey, I made the mistake, I'm not the mistake, and I can behave differently. Then, what we like to do better next time. We acknowledge it, hey, I did this. Yep, that was a mistake. We affirm that it's okay. Of course it is, because you're not the mistake, you just made one. And then we create an alternative course of action. What do we do about it now? What do we do next time a problem like this shows up? Or a situation similar? Now we're starting to rewire our patterns. Our neural highways are shifting. There's a bit of neuroplasticity going on where you're shaping